Hello everyone. As Charles Darwin rightly said, it is not the strongest or the most intelligent who will survive, but those who best adapt to the change. In this video, we are going to talk about academic excellence coupled with technical skill education will alone not meet the challenges of the future. In this video, you will learn about new skills that will help you for a brighter and better future. Let's see it with the help of an animation.
The students do not often play an active role in the attainment of knowledge. Things are dumped onto a student's mind which he cannot digest. He only recollects that knowledge a day or two before the exam, and thus this knowledge never really becomes his own. Disconnected facts are simply poured into the basket like minds of the students, and this knowledge is then emptied out into the examination hall only to be felt again and left into the world. This is the very reason why a student who succeeds well in his college examination fails miserably in the examination of life. Our existing school system is predominantly academic and theoretical. We are taught lessons from books and not from life. We are told to learn what happened 200 years ago, but most of us do not know what is happening in this world today. Our education has actually become a pastime and more of a luxury than actual learning. We all go for practical classes, not to learn something new, but just to confirm that what we learned in the 40 minutes of our science class actually works as we expect it to. We simply open up our lab manuals and begin to follow the instructions carefully, step by step. We never go beyond those steps because we are scared to invent or simply learn anything new. It is not our fault. We have been trained that way. We have been trained to follow and not to learn. I strongly believe that not only academic excellence coupled with technical skill education is alone mandatory for meeting future challenges, whereas the education system should include various life skills for young minds. Now, let us say that you are an extremely educated professor in physics who has graduated from Harvard's. But what use is your knowledge if you don't know when and where to use it? A student can read books to acquire knowledge, but he will have to practice day and night to gain skills which will help put his knowledge to work in future. Firstly, a student requires good communication skills.
For instance, let us take Jacob and Emma. While Jacob is the college topper, Emma is just an average student. Jacob usually sits silent in class and only answers a question if he is 100% sure of it, while Emma answers all the questions and listens and learns when she is wrong. After a few years, both Jacob and Emma write an entrance exam for a grand company. Jacob scores 99% and Emma scores only 75%, but both of them qualify for the interview. In the interview, Jacob usually nods his head and answers in short sentences while Emma confidently delivers all her answers. The interviewers are pleased and they offer the job seat to Emma. Thus, from this story, we learn that academic excellence will help you qualify, but good communication skills will help you succeed.
Secondly, a human requires critical thinking and problem solving skills. This skill involves the ability to think creatively, critically, innovatively, and analytically. We should all imbibe these skills for a stress free future. It is the lack of these skills among the youth of India that leads to India becoming the global number one among youth suicide rates. Every 1 hour, a student commits suicide in India. Why? It is only because of high stress levels caused due to low problem solving skills. We often hear stories of suicides of IAS officers, professors, and many more. Isn't it a point to ponder upon? Such great educated and wealthy people committing suicide, and the cause still remains the same: no critical thinking and problem solving ability. What use is their academic excellence and skilled education when they are not even capable of handling problems that come their way? Next important skill includes teamwork. Teamwork is an important skill in today's scenario. With an everyday growing population of the world, people often tend to take this population as a burden. While the truth is that more population leads to building of a team, and teamwork divides the work and multiplies our success. Thus, this skill will lead to effective use of population. Additionally, this skill will teach today's generation to work with different people who have very different mindsets, thereby making students future ready. This brings us to another important skill which cannot be studied or read from books but can only be practiced. Well, what am I talking about? Right, it is leadership. It is rightly said that leadership has the capacity to turn vision into reality. Leadership brings a sense of development and responsibility onto us. It is when we become leaders of large or small groups we realize how responsible we are. At that very moment, we realize the importance of good problem solving skills. Like when other teammates come to us with their problems, being a leader, it is our responsibility to show it to them or solve it for them. Leadership also boosts the confidence level of an individual and shows us how much we are truly capable of. The next skill that I want to talk about is entrepreneurship skill. It is the ability to seek business opportunities and develop risk awareness. It also involves being creative and innovative in the things you do. This skill enables you to be your own boss. Not everyone in this world is perfect for a 9 to 5 job. Not all of us are created to complete graduation and become engineers or doctors. There are times when you need to go beyond books and try something new. Try to innovate, invent, discover, and start your own business. Run your own company, be your own boss. It may take time, but success is on its way to you. And finally, the most important skill of all times, ethical and moral value skills. What use are your degrees if you are one of those people who promote corruption or black money? Let us say you're a big businessman and you're getting late for an office meeting. So you overtake a vehicle in front of you from the left side. You realize that you've broken a law. Now, do you even think what you have to do? Well, not. You clearly take out some money out of your pocket and tell the traffic police to leave you because you're giving him the money. Well, he does leave you. But at this point, even once, do you think about the landforms of India, algebra, or maths or physics? No, clearly not. In this case, what stands more important? Degrees or your moral values? School should focus on teaching empathy, positive attitude, and facts like learning never ends rather than filling our heads with timetables. The world is much more than just academics. The world demands soft skills over technical skills. Technical skills will make you join your dream company, but soft skills will make you the manager of that company. The future needs much more than a bunch of kids who are taught to follow. The future needs leaders, not followers.
Hi! I hope you all understood what I was trying to convey. If you like this video, do not forget to like and comment. Also share it with all of your friends. For more amazing content, subscribe to Miss Trailblazer. Also, if you want to check out my vlog, you can click in the link given in the description box below, or you can go ahead type this in the URL box. Bye!